Hello guys, good morning. I hope you guys doing well. And in today's video, I will tell you a story. Have you guys ever heard about the legend of Rawapening? Yeah, the legend of Rawapening. So Rawapening is lake. Yeah, it's lake from Central Java, specifically in Semarang. Now, today I will explain. Sorry, I will tell you a story about the legend of Rawapening. Okay. So, long ago, there's a village. There was a village named Chandisari, and the village placed at between Mount Merbabu and Mount Telomoyo. So the village placed at the middle of the month. Okay, so in that village lived a married couple named Ki Jayangrana and Nyai Puspawati. Okay, and this couple is very kind. Is very kind. They always help people. They always lend a hand when the villagers need a help or have some trouble. They will help them. Okay, and that's why the villagers very respect them. But behind their happy life, there's sadness and their heart. Okay. One day, Nyai Puspawati sat on the bench. On the bench, she sat while watching sunset. While watching sunset, so she sat and watching sunset with gloomy. And then Ki Jayanara come in and sat beside her. And then Ki Jayanara asked, "Is there anything bothering you?" He asked to Nyai Puspawati. And then Nyai Puspawati just lowered her head. Her head. And he want to get a child, and then she just imagine how the ladder, how the cry, how the tiny footstep on their home, on their house, and then Ki Jayanara gets sad as well. And then he decided to do a meditation in the mountain. And then in the next day, Ki Jayanara go to the mountain to do meditation, to ask God for a child. And then Nyai Puspawati just watch Ki Jayanara go. And then day turned into week turned into month, and Ki Jayanara never come back, never returned to home. And then one quiet night, Nyai Puspawati is dreaming about a golden dragon flying across the sky. And then she woke up and felt the dream is extremely real. And then not long after that, she felt like she was pregnant. And yes, that's right, she's pregnant. And then she was very overjoyed, she's very happy because her dream is coming true. And then she just took care about the unborn child. Then after months passed, the day finally come. The child is born, but extraordinary happened. This child is look like a human, but there's a silver scale cover part of his hand and his back. So there's a scale, silver scale, and it's so bright. And then Nyai Pusawati named his child Jagatirta. Jagatirta. Okay? And time passed. Jagatirta became a handsome young man. Although he is different from other human, but he has golden heart. He is very kind. He is very kind. And one day, Jagatirta was asked his mother, or Nyai Pusmawati, his mother is named Pusmawati. And then he asked, "Mom, where is my dad?" And then Nyai Pusmawati just silent. And then she told the story about his father, Ki Jayangnara. And she said that your father is still meditating in the mount. And go to the mount and meet with your father. But you have to bring this bracelet to prove that you are the son. Okay? And then Jagatirta just admit that he just bring the bracelet and start his journey to meet his father. After several days, Jagatirta found a cave, the place that hermit meditating. And then one of the hermit is his father, or Ki Jayangnara. And then Jagatirta said, "Excuse me, are you Ki Jayangnara?" And then Ki Jayangnara, "Yes, I am." "Who are you?" Ki Jayangnara said. And then Jagatirta said, "I am your son." But Ki Jayangnara didn't believe it because Jagatirta have like scale in here and his back. That's why Ki Jayangnara didn't believe him. But Jagatirta proved that he is his son by telling story about Nyai Pusmawati, and Jagatirta just showed the bracelet that he broke from home. After that, Ki Jayangnara believed him and admired that he is his son. And then Ki Jayangnara asked Jagatirta to meditate in Argawuning Hill. Okay? And then his father blessed him. After that, Jagatirta started the journey to meditating at Argawuning Hill. And after staying in there at Argawuning Hill, Jagatirta has learned how to respect nature and how to control his power. And not far from Argoning Hill, there's a village named Sukamarta village, and this village is very prosperous. And because of the prosperity, they are become arrogant. And one year, Sukamarta village held like party, okay, for the evidence. And but the fence was only for people considered important, and for poor people, they can join the party. Yeah, they are very arrogant. And heard about that, Jagatirta decided to go to the village and ask them. Jagatirta just go to the party and ask politely, "Excuse me, can I have some food?" So that's Jagatirta. And then the villagers just laughing. Ha 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 ha. This is our party is not for beggars. And then Jagatirta, please, I'm just hungry. I just take a long journey, and the villager just refuse him. And then yeah, Jagatirta just realized this village is very arrogant. And then, hungry and disappointed, Jagatirta just walked away from the party. And in the way, Jagatirta meet with widow named Nyi Rembulan. Nyi Rembulan is it's also ordinary people. Then Nyi Rembulan asked Jagatirta to eat at her home. And then, yeah, because she is only ordinary people, it's only offer some food. I'm sorry, I is able to offer this food. And then Jagatirta was very touched, deeply touched with the kindness. And then Nyi Rembulan is talk about this village or Sukamarta village, and then Jagatirta learned that the poor villagers was treated the same way, and then Jagatirta decided to give them a lesson. Very valuable lesson. And then several days, Jagatirta returned to the village Sukamarta, but Jagatirta bring like a bamboo stick. So Jagatirta just walked with a bamboo stick, and then Jagatirta just yelled, "If you are the greatest, pull out this bamboo stick." Okay, and before that, Jagatirta is the bamboo stick into the ground, and then Jagatirta just yell, "If you are the greatest, come here and pull out this bamboo stick." And then every villager tried, but none of them pull out this stick. And then Jagatirta just smiled. Jagatirta just smiled and come to the bamboo stick and pull out effortlessly. And then after that, from the hole that bamboo stick was planted, there's a lot of water come out from this hole. And then time by time is making float, and then massive float, and then later on and set themselves. But Jagatirtha is help them, was help them. Jagatirtha help kids, elder people, and people that cannot stand themselves. Jagatirtha help all of them. And then after that, the villagers look at Jagatirtha. Oh, and they think that they feel ashamed. They think that they are very arrogant with Jagatirtha before, but Jagatirtha still saved them, and they are very ashamed. And then the villagers come to Jagatirtha. We are apologize because we are very arrogant, they say. And Jagatirtha just admire their apologies. The experience changed them. They no longer look down to other people, and they learn the lesson. And then after the disaster, Jagatirtha just stayed at the village. This is new village because the village is flooded by water. And Jagatirtha stayed there for years, taught them the kindness and how to respect other people. And then after that, Jagatirtha was come back to meditate at the hill. And because the water is very calm, clean, that's why people name it Rawapening. And then nowadays people still believe that Jagatirtha is still there.